Hello folks, you are welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to help you to understand when you should use display flex or display grid, or even sometimes you don't need to use both of them. And I'm going to use very simple HTML and CSS to demo that and showing you practically how you can use them and when you don't need to use them. So let's go directly to the code. So I created here a very simple HTML file with this main div with the class called main, and has two children. The first child is h1 with this class called main title, and second child a div element with the class called cards collection. And second child has three children, and each child will represent a card with the class called card, and also each child has a title with h2, and the first one with the title called first card, second one second card, and third one third card. That's it, very simple HTML file. And also I created here a very simple CSS file. This CSS file has this class, main class, has padding 15 pixels and max width 1280 pixel and background light dark. And this main title is the color white. And this cards collection is empty, so just selector here. And the card itself, taking the full width and height, will be 300 pixel and background it will be white. That's it, very simple CSS. So let's go back to this HTML file and try to run this. I'm going to use a live server. If I press this go live, this will take me to the browser. As you see here that we have this content here. This is just very simple and basic that HTML I just showing you, and also with the simple CSS. So let's I'm going to use this browser debugging tool to show you how we can use display flex and grid and when we don't need to use them. So let's just first open the inspector here, and for example I have this all content. I need to move this content horizontally to be centered on the screen, so basically all this content to be on the middle of the screen. How I can do that? So this is the first example that we don't need to use display grid or flex either. So if I select this main content here, which is with this class called main, and come here to this CSS section and try just do margin, and first one will be top down 0 and right left 2. As we see that now we move the content to middle of the screen horizontally, so we didn't use display flex or grid. And second example, for example this text here, this title, we need to move it to the center, and we are gonna first to select this title section, and this will be this title here with this class called main title. And now we can use text align center. So now also we move this text horizontally to be centered, and we didn't use display flex or grid. So this is second example. And third example, we are going to use display grid. As you see here, this each card taking the full width for this available space, and we need to have a layout, and this layout will be one row with the 3 column. And we can use display flex and grid, both of them, to build a layout, but I would recommend to use display grid when you need to build a layout, and try to use display flex when you need to center a content vertically and horizontally, or only vertically. So let's go and use the second example to use display grid to build the layout. And for example this here, let's select the parent for this 3 card, and it will be this card collection here. And as you see here, this is a class is empty. Let's add display grid. And now that's, as you see, we're removing the white space so as between this each card, and we are going to build a template using grid template column. Grid template column, and this template will have one row with the 3 column. And 3 column will be represented with 1 fragment for first column, and second one with 1 fragment, and third one will be with the 1 fragment. So each column will take the same size, and we can hit enter. And now we need to add a gap or a padding between this card. We can use grid gap, and that give it 15 pixel. As you see that now very simple and easy. With 3 lines we build a layout for 1 row with the 3 column. That when we should use display grid. So the next example, that when we need to use display flex. For example, this card, each card has this title. We need to center this title vertically and horizontally. In this scenario, then we can use display flex. Let's first select the card, for example this first card here, and try add display flex. So we'll use a display flex for the parent to center the children inside this parent. So the card will be a parent of this title, display flex. And then will be justify content to center the content or the children to be centered horizontally. So this will center them horizontally, and we can use align items, and this will center the children vertically. As you see, that very simple and easy. Now we can use display flex when we need to center a content or a children vertically and horizontally, or only vertically. And we can use display grid when we need to build a layout. And we can use text align center when we need to center a text horizontally only. And also we can use margin top down 0, right left auto when we need to center a content only horizontally. So I hope that was simple and easy. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to press subscribe and enable the bell to get all new videos and content. And also, if you like this video, try to press thumb up and leave your comment down on the comment section. See you on the next video.